So I have a math test tomorrow, and haven't really practiced yet. I kinda need to do that. But also... So yeah, instead of studying for my math test, which would be smart, I don't care, so I'm gonna play iRacing instead. But first, you know, I have to tell you about the sponsor of today's video. No one. But look, I have a cool chair. But before I can play iRacing, I need to practice. And before I can practice, I need to learn the track. So, you know, let's learn the track with me, you know? Let's talk about track strategy. This week we're gonna be racing at Oran Park Raceway in New South Wales, west of Sydney in Australia, which means it's gonna be hot. The track starts with a long straight, which gives you just enough time to reevaluate what you said to the grocery store lady a few days ago. After the straight we come to the sweeper. The sweeper is sure to sweep some drivers off the track the first lap. But if you know the sweeper, and you know him very well, you'll get through. You know, it's not that hard, really. Just, it's the sweeper. But then, we come to the Coca-Cola corner, where there's gonna be a lot of trouble for them Pepsi bastards. Lucky for me, I like cola. So, I do that corner pretty well. After that, we come to the Shell corner, where you should have way less speed than you actually have. I mean, like, slam the brakes, okay? Trust me, you're gonna need less speed. A little later comes the Champions Curve, where it's quite the opposite actually. You can drive way faster here than you actually think, okay? Like, I've never gotten off the track in this corner because I always drive too slow. Because of that first corner, where I think I need to drive very slow here, and then I can actually drive pretty fast. After that, we're quickly gonna find ourselves at the Yokohama Bridge, where there's a corner that comes just as surprising as a girl that wants to have a social interaction with you. When you know when the corner is coming, it isn't that bad, and you can stay at a relatively high speed there, so it's not that bad. Foster's dip isn't really that bad either, you know, as long as you don't drive too fast and drive over the Foster. After a tiny corner 8, we come to the Momo corner. Let's turn that frown upside down, won't we? Orange juice. O'Brien's aluminium dog leg. It isn't really that bad, you know. You can basically floor the pedal here. Just make a few quick corners and watch out for that dog, you know. It won't die, but you will. Recaro corner comes fast and it comes sharp, but it really isn't that bad because it also goes upwards, which means not a lot of understeer and not a lot of oversteer. And then we're back to straights, and that was the whole lap. It really isn't that bad, you know. At my record I got 1 minute, 23 seconds and 820 milliseconds, which is, it was my fastest during training at least. I don't know, maybe I'll get something better during the race, but for now that's my best, and I don't have anything else to talk to you about, so let's just get to the race. But before that, I have to qualify. And right before qualifying, I actually got 1.5 minutes of practicing. There's really no reason to talk about the practice race because it didn't go very well. It just ended with that right there. Yep. Then I rage quit. No reason to get worked up though, since it was time to get out of the lane to pit. No shit, I mean pit lane, and get in to the qualifiers. Since I knew it was a flying lap, which means to start off by doing a normal lap around the track that doesn't count. I knew that I didn't have to stress and I could take things pretty slow and basically use it as a practice lap. And when I came to the actual first qualifier, I was taking good speed and doing corners as fast as I could, really. It went pretty gosh darn well, until it didn't. It went very bad. things were beginning to look grim, but I didn't have much choice but to get on the road and keep driving. Maybe it could even get better, you know? It didn't get a lot better. May I remind you while I do this very bad corner that this was qualifiers. This was no practice. This was the real shit. If I didn't do well here, I would get last place. And here is yet another little slide from the Lucas boy. And yeah, just went all the way up there and did hit that. Qualifiers didn't go very well. But even though I had literally used 5 minutes on the first qualifying lap, I kept going. And I did not give up, because I had a second lap where I still had the chance to be good. And to my surprise, nothing really went bad. I mean, except for this little hiccup where my wheels got outside of the road, but I didn't get an accident for it, and my lap time, it wasn't that bad. First qualifying round, I got 1:21, which is respectable. It's not the worst and it's not the best. So when we were all getting ready for the race, I started in the 6th position, which was kind of bad, and it got my hopes down. So yeah, while I and everyone knows that I'm a very bad driver, terrible even, I can get a really good start. This year was a really good start, and I knew that the person in front of me, the first place, was a Pepsi lover. After that, I got into 2nd place. That was a really weird first lap. All I had to do now was protect my place, stay in 2nd. Or I could try to take the 1st. Wait, hold on. Do you see that? The first place. He's sliding. I got my 1st place. He slid and I took my opportunity. Now he was right back on my tail, so I was not gonna keep it for long. But I was sure as hell gonna try. As you can see here, I was being very cheeky, and I was just driving right in front of him, just to stop him getting the place. It was mine. I knew that even just a little slide could cost me the first place. Oh, and oh, yeah, there I go. Yep, man, oh, yep. Okay. Well, back at it. After a little incident, it was smooth sailing and I went right into second place, where I got my silver medal. After everything that happened, this race was pretty goddamn well. It went very good, like it was my best race ever. I got second place and I smashed my record, and now have 1:19 as my lap record here, which was good. Also, I got 8 incidents, but I got 8. But my I rating went up, and my safety rating also went up. So, yeah, that's it. I have done pretty good in iRacing now, and I am not rookie anymore.